Welcome to the KMTRADERS channel. In this specific video, we're going to look at all the positions that we've taken on this week. So it's just going to be a quick review of what we said and what we predicted in the last week's analysis, and then we're just going to explain all the entry positions. So hopefully this is of benefit for yourself, and it's also a chance to see how well we're doing on our side as well. Okay, so let's just start off with the first pair. GBP USD. So we initially predicted that we wanted a retest of some sort in this blue area in here. However, we failed to get that on a 4-hour time frame. So we missed out potential 150 pips just from that big run here. So we missed that leg. But fortunately, we managed to catch the retest of and the rejection of our monthly key level at 1.220, and we managed to capitalize on that first leg, so 122 pips for that one. So that is for that for pound USD. We've left our profits in the region of a stop loss, so if we do get this now reversal, we have it at break even, so it's almost like zero risk. Okay, so let's just move on to Euro USD. Now the same thing again. We couldn't really get our entry early on in the week, so we struggled to find the actual entry position. We could have had a sell entry here, but our first take profit would have been on the downwards trend here, but afterwards, as the trade played out, after analysis of the video, we closed above, but we didn't actually make that full rejection, full support candle that we needed from 1.11365, which is this line here, to send us up. So we didn't get into a buy entry, and neither did we get into a sell entry earlier on. It wasn't until the 31st of July where we managed to find a retest. So if we just drop it down on the lower time frame, just here specifically, we've got the push and then that final kick here. We entered a bit higher up, but roughly in that first leg, just under 80 odd pips. So that was for Euro USD, and then we got out at the break of the trend line. So yeah, roughly about 80 pips for that one for Euro USD. Moving on, USD JPY. Let's move it to the time frame up. Okay, so unfortunately we actually missed this whole move here, and we couldn't get into any of the entry to get into our shorts. That was because we failed to get a retest on any lower time frames. So what I was looking for was that push to the downside, a push to the upside to retest this zone, and then a push downwards. Strong confirming candle, but we got taken out here. So this, because it closed above, we didn't take entry. And so the next process, because we closed above the zone, was to retest this zone for support, and then in hindsight it would have gone up, but it then again closed, and then we managed not to get an entry position on the short term to capitalize on this big move here, just under 200 pips. So unfortunately we didn't get into USD JPY this week. So that's just a missed opportunity, but we get to experience these opportunities again in some point in the future, so it's nothing to worry about. And obviously the NFP would have catalyzed this as well to push it further down. Obviously not many people trade on the NFP. They typically take this day off because of the volatility it arises, so we could have had the bounce straight back up, but we didn't. We just continued to push to the downside. So moving on to gold. What do we have here? So yeah, so gold was a very tricky one this week. We anticipated our wedge pattern forming here. We did have the incredible huge bullish candle here that took us straight above our monthly key level and broke out of our wedge pattern. So typically all downward wedge patterns do, if incorrect alignment, do push to the upside, but now we're beginning to see support. So we missed this initial leg here, so that would have been about 2.85%. Excuse me, but if we just take it to the lower time frame, we found our push and rejection on a lower time frame here in this zone here, and so we did manage to catch our zone. Just a little run here, just shy of 1% on gold there. So not too much on gold, but we didn't exactly jump the gun just in case it came against us. So we missed that one, but we got in with a little bit of profit for that. And then Bitcoin, we was quite lucky with this one. So we had an entry position here. It pushed to the downside, and then luckily we closed our profit, our trade to stop loss in case it did come into reversal. So this wick closed us out, and it would have taken our profit, but stop loss took us to break even, so that's fine. So we was just waiting for the next test of this zone and then the push down. However, we managed to get a very clear push to the upside, a retest, and then the push again. So this was our entry position, and if this was this scenario that played out, and it approximately took us, if I get it right, 10%. Brilliant trade for Bitcoin, all the way straight up, and we're just still riding it and moving the stop losses to our next key level. So that's all for Bitcoin, and then finally Ripple. No actual breakout. We failed to see a breakout here. We're still in consolidation, and typically I wait for the push to an upside or push to the downside, and then the test on the reverse before we actually make our entry. So no actual movement with Ripple, but if you manage to get in on the lower end of the zone, we would have hopefully you would have anticipated this zone here and likely saw all the pin bar rejections. Here's a lot telling you in this several structure candles here that this is the high point. So a lot of people took their profits in this level, so that was approximately at 0.31984. So let's just see what happens in the next week for all of these pairs, and we'll discuss each pair that we've gone through today and in a detailed analysis. So if you want to get in particular with what we're looking to trade for next week, just go ahead and click on the videos that you're interested in. So before I end this video, just a quick show. We're posting all of our all our trades in order. So if I just click something like this, we post why we're entering with the short type of analysis, and hence in the GBP USD we said that we missed it, so we missed, and we're just waiting for that reversal here. So if you want to be involved with how like I said, we're trading, just go ahead and follow Twitter, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So thank you very much, and I'll catch you next week.